So to begin, thank you everyone for joining us here tonight. I know that there was a lot of uncertainty about whether or not this event was going to happen at all, and so I really appreciate everyone's enthusiasm and also everyone's patience while we kind of made our minds up about what we were going to do. But I'm so glad that we're finally here. And when I say finally, I really mean that lightly because it snuck up on us so fast. We're all here tonight to celebrate the outstanding accomplishments and community contributions to this year's 20 in their 20s recipients. Each year, Business London facilitates this awards program as a way to recognize young people in our community who are innovators, community builders, entrepreneurs, and generally just trailblazers who are changing our business community and our city as a whole for the better. In the spirit of transparency, I want to let you all know about the awards process that led us here tonight. And this includes getting to know each of our esteemed judges a little bit better. While Business London and Postmedia host these awards every year, we really don't have any input about which winners are selected for R20. So in the middle of August, I met with the 4 judges as more of a moderator as they reviewed our nominees and found the most impactful local 20-somethings of 2021. The panel this year included Ariel Kayabaga, who you've likely heard of as she was recently elected as London's West Liberal MP after serving as councillor for Ward 13 on London City Council. A trailblazer herself, she was elected for council at the young age of 27, and she is the first Black woman in the history of London to serve on our council. She's extremely busy preparing for her term as MP, and I actually believe she was just sworn into Parliament yesterday. So she's obviously very busy and wasn't able to attend today, but we were very excited to have her part of the panel this year. Christina Fox, CEO of Tech Alliance, was also part of our panel this year. A lot of the winners here are familiar with Tech Alliance, but if you're not, Tech Alliance connects entrepreneurs with resources to grow their business and empowers talent in southwestern Ontario. Tech Alliance regularly contributes to Business London's innovation column, highlighting inspiring new businesses and entrepreneurs in the area. Christina is a dedicated volunteer in our community, offering her time to initiatives like Youth Opportunities Unlimited, Pillar Community Innovation Awards, Canada's Next Top Ad Exec, Canadian Club of London, United Way of London and Middlesex, among so many others. And with her long resume contributing to various awards programs in the area, she really was an expert, and she was an invaluable member of the panel this year. Next, Graham Henderson, president of London's Chamber of Commerce, signed on to this year's judging panel after entering his role in April of this year. Graham comes from a music industry background, previously working in roles like Chief Executive of Music Canada, Senior Vice President with Universal Music, and as an entertainment lawyer. He also served with the Ontario Chamber of Commerce for 12 years in roles that included chairperson. In addition, he played a vital role in working with city officials to bring the Juno Awards here in 2019, something you've probably all heard about. You can keep up with Graham and any ongoing chamber projects and initiatives in their chamber newsletter called The Voice of Business, which is published in Business London every month. The fourth and final member of our panel, but certainly not the least, is Majd Cox, Executive Director of Pillar Nonprofit Network. So like Graham, Majd is also relatively new to her role, also starting in April of 2021. And previously, she was the National Director of Anti-Racism and Human Rights with the Canadian Labour of Congress, providing leadership on the design and execution of national advocacy campaigns, community building programs, and policy development. A true leader in the social justice arena, she has been involved in many anti-racism and human rights policy initiatives. She was recently interviewed by Business London's contributor Shauna Ray for her column Broad Perspective, in which she offered really honest and thoughtful insight into something called radical accountability and why it's so important in moving London forward as we grapple with some really serious issues like racism, Islamophobia, homophobia, and poverty. I encourage you to check out this Broad Perspective column in November's issue, which just came out earlier this week. So you can find out more from Majd and find out how you can hold yourself and others radically accountable in these areas where we desperately need to see some growth in our city. But for now, Majd is here tonight, and she is going to say a few words about the importance of leading today and not in the future. So please welcome to the stage, Majd Cox.
I'm shorter than you, Madison, so it took me a little longer to get to the stage. And I wasn't a very good student. Am I allowed to take my mask off as I speak for this few minutes, or am I okay? That's great. That's fine by me. I just wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure I followed the rules. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. It's great to be in your presence today. And isn't it great to be in the presence of so many young leaders? These folks, as I was reading through their profiles, were young leaders, innovators, problem solvers, entrepreneurs, and all in their 20s. That's pretty incredible accomplishment. I don't know, for those of you who are not so youthful in the 20s, if you can remember what you were doing in your 20s, it was likely not a lot of what is happening in this space. So it's just an incredible privilege to be in the presence of so many young folks that are doing amazing things. I just wanted to thank Business London for really engaging Pillar Nonprofit Network in this event and making space for my voice this evening as well. Firstly, I want to turn to all who are recognized today. I know I'm sitting with a few at the table as well. You are inspiring and refreshing. You truly are. You lifted my spirits in the process of selecting the leading top leaders in their 20s of London. Thank you for sharing your gifts and your grit. Thank you for putting your dreams and ideas into action. Thank you for factoring in community impact. Each and every profile had an element of community level involvement, and that was incredible to see. We were all forced into isolation quite abruptly in the state of this pandemic over the last little while, but we certainly recognize now that we're truly not alone. We have been going through the motions of all of this uncertainty together in parallel experiences. And it's so amazing that these folks have centered positive community impact, because I truly believe it is what will keep us united as we move closer towards recovery. I'm often asked, and by observation, I recognize that the question, what would you say to your younger self, is a popular one. Now, considering how youth perspectives are consistently and systemically left out of many of the decisions made in and around community, I wouldn't say completely left out, but perhaps sometimes uncaptured, a lot of times unheard. These perspectives are really important. I find myself thinking, what would I answer to that question? Like, what would I say to my younger self? And I would want to share with you that I think my response would be, I would listen. There is so much to be said about the way youth navigate this world. I have a son who's almost 20 years old, and he takes on the world with such intention and a different level of analysis of risk, and able to kind of put grit into every step. I admire that. There's also a lot to be said and to think about for a minute, that we not so young people make decisions daily that deeply impact future generations. So the young folks in this space are going to live out both the benefits and the consequence of our decisions. Unlike the Iroquois Haudenosaunee people, mainstream social order in Canada is not set up to think about the impact of our decisions on future generations. We have much to learn from the Haudenosaunee and their 7th generation principle, where it serves as a guide to make decisions today that will be sustainable 7 generations ahead. Despite young people being the driving force behind many environmental and human rights efforts, despite young people leading in taking risks that come with innovation and being able to pivot and do it well, iteration after iteration, regardless of what's happening in the world and around us, despite the zest that young people bring to the table, we make decisions without consultation all the time. So for that, I want to say to the young people in this room, I'm sorry, I won't be doing that. I'm going to try my very best to not do that, and I got a colleague back there that's going to hold me to my word. Despite this, I want to say I want to recognize that you are living out the consequences and the benefits of the decisions that are made by people who are not so young in this space, who are the leading folks with power and privilege and decision-making capabilities. They are left holding our legacies, these young people. So for those who are making these decisions without the concept of 7 generations ahead, I want to recognize that you are living out those consequences and benefits. You are left holding our legacies. We need you beside us and sometimes in front of us, young folks, as we make decisions. We need young people today. We can't reserve this talent and gift for another time. It isn't a future state thing with young folks as talented as the ones that we're about to recognize today. We need young people to make the decisions with us today. If we walk away with one message this evening and one message alone, let it be that the youth and the young in this space and beyond are the leaders that we have been waiting for. They are the leaders of today. So no more reservation for another time with you folks. It's your turn. Time's up for us, it's your turn. Thank you for the space. I appreciate sharing this moment with you all. It's been fun. As you recall, we had pretty colorful conversations, nothing colorful like in that context, but we had a lot of fun, hey? Yeah, thank you very much. This has been a very positive experience. The young folks here deserve all the honor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Majda. It was very nice to have you here, and I'm very grateful that we had you as part of the judging panel this year. Okay, so now we're going to move forward with the awards program. We're just going to jump right into it. I am going to start this off with a little confession. I'm hoping that you can't tell from the first 15 minutes of this, but public speaking is probably the thing that I dread most in the world. It's definitely my least favorite part of my role at Business London, and since I started in March, I really haven't had much reason to speak in front of anyone. As an introvert and a relatively shy person, standing up in front of large groups, and particularly groups of extremely talented people like yourselves, makes me so nervous. It's definitely my own imposter syndrome, but throughout this process, I knew that this event was coming, and I spent many sleepless nights amping myself up to be able to do this. But one thing that really helped me to get here was thinking about the accomplishments of all of the winners here tonight. I too am a 20-something, and I know that for me, living in a world where we're constantly viewing the success of others in real time through social media or otherwise can be incredibly taxing on our self-esteem. I don't know about you, but when I see other young people in our community like you winners, with revolutionary business ideas, creating solutions for complex medical problems, acting as community thought leaders in your respective industries, lending support and making space for local small businesses to thrive in our community, it's easy for me to think, what am I missing? But to be behind the scenes facilitating this year's awards, it finally occurred to me that the winners here tonight are not superhuman. They don't hold a secret key to success that the rest of us losers are simply blind to. And they aren't immune to failure. They are humble, they can be unsure of themselves just like me, and they have faced challenges that require a great deal of resilience. What makes you winners is that despite these things, you push forward. Your drive, your willingness to help others, your passion for making our community a better place is greater than your fear of striking out. And that's what being a 20 in their 20s winner is all about, being daring, bold, and steadfast in your pursuit to leave your mark on our community. So with all of this in mind, after much consideration, some Pepto-Bismol, and a lot of heavy breath work, I decided that I wouldn't flee to Mexico suddenly and avoid this engagement entirely, but instead I would meet the challenge head on, like all of you winners here tonight have done. Because despite my fears and despite my uncertainty, I desperately want to push through my self-doubt and be more like all of you. So that leads me to one of many thank yous for the night. Thank you, winners, for inspiring me to step outside of my comfort zone tonight to MC this event for you. I really think you're all extraordinary, and I consider myself incredibly lucky to have gotten to know you even a little bit throughout this process. I hope more than anything that you will stay in touch and that I can continue to learn from you and about you and all of your exciting contributions to our community. So without further ado, let's jump into handing out these awards to you daring young business people. So again, when I introduce you, I will say we have a couple people who aren't here but who have sent in videos, so just hang tight while I fumble with my laptop and get those pulled up for you when the time comes. But when you do come up, please wear your mask. I will also wear my mask for the photo of me handing you your lovely plaque. And like I mentioned, you are welcome to come up to the podium and make some acknowledgements if you'd like. If not, that's okay. But please wear your mask when doing so. Okay. So the first winner is someone who I actually had the opportunity to work with a little bit in my previous role at Postmedia. And this was before she was even nominated for a 20 in their 20s award. And I could tell from my brief interactions with her that she was organized, focused, and loved what she did. She is described as a natural-born leader with a burning passion for mentorship and nonprofit work. In her interview for her feature, she credits her mother, who raised her and her brother as a single mom, as the driving force behind her early success. Through her role as manager of lottery consulting for Ascend Fundraising Solutions and LMR Lottery Consulting, she has been instrumental in raising funds through lotteries for several nonprofits, including Dream Lottery, and most notably, due to her love of animals, Humane Society of London and Middlesex Catch the Ace. Unfortunately, this winner was unable to attend this evening, but we're going to give her a big round of applause anyway while I pull up her video. Alyssa Agnew.
Hi everyone, Alyssa here. Wow, congratulations to you all. What an incredible accomplishment, and I'm honored to be a part of the 2021 group. Hats off to everyone, and I hope you're all enjoying some champagne to celebrate because I sure am. Cheers! I just wanted to say a quick few thank yous. Thank you to all my amazing leaders and mentors that I've had throughout my career. I truly feel honored and lucky to have worked alongside some truly talented individuals. Thank you to my LMR and Ascend team. I love you all like family, and I've loved every second of this crazy, crazy journey, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you to my mom for instilling determination and independence within me. And thank you to my amazing partner and husband-to-be, Josh. You inspire and push me every day to be a better version of myself, and I appreciate and love you so much for that. For the younger folk, don't give up on your dreams. Believe in yourself and find like-minded individuals who share the same passion and determination as you. And remember to always be grateful for what you already have and what you've already accomplished. And lastly, to the young women, always stand your ground. Cheers, everyone.
Okay. I hope that this next winner doesn't mind that I'm going to reveal his age. The next winner was almost not going to be able to make the list, but not because he was too old, because he was too young. So he was just old enough to make the list, having just turned 20, and he's an emerging talent in the film world, a producer, screenwriter, and director, running his own production company, 5 Star Idiot Productions. A big promoter of the City of London, he's excited to bring his hometown to the world stage. On his IMDb page, yes, he has an IMDb page, he is said to have been writing and directing his own films since 2014, and for those who are bad at math like I am, he was 13. In a Free Press article from earlier this year, his mom explains that since he was 6 or 7, he's always wanted to make films and has always wanted his own production company. His first feature film, which he also wrote, Burden, is scheduled for release in 2022. I actually had the opportunity to view a scene from Burden a few weeks ago at its Forest City Film Festival screening, and I was enthralled with the scene. But what I was most blown away by, honestly, was the confidence and laser focus that this winner displayed when he was answering the Q&A on stage. When the moderator asked him what was next, without hesitation, he explained that after working all summer on Burden, he would be working on a new film next summer, and a new one the summer after that, and a new one the summer after that. So it sounds like his journey in the film world is really just beginning, and we're so thrilled to have him a part of this year's list when there is still so much more to come. Please welcome to the stage Ethan Hickey.
I'd first off like to say thank you to the Business London for doing this. I hadn't heard of the 20 in their 20s prior to getting an email that I was selected. So whoever nominated me, thank you so much. It wasn't my mom. I did ask her multiple times. Also, when I got the magazine, I read up on all of the talented other 19, 20-ish people here, and you guys are doing some awesome stuff. I'm just making movies, but some of you guys are really changing the world, and that means a lot to be among you. So thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to say this a lot of times. Our next winner is described by her colleagues as a thoughtful professional who cares about others. A proponent of diversity and inclusion, she strives to create positive impact on anything she works on, both professionally and personally. During her time at Fanshawe College, she was recognized with 9 awards for leadership, excellence in academics, and in athletics, all which led to her current role as digital design lead at the branding firm Inc. At the branding firm, she has been instrumental in enhancing the firm's social media programs with a number of clients and has been a key contributor to the evolution of the firm. In addition, this winner has been passionately volunteering her time for One Run for over 3 years as the nonprofit's marketing and communications manager. She was also successful in inspiring her colleagues at the branding firm to become involved in One Run and raise money for the important charities that the organization supports. Earlier this year, she served as a mentor to an intern with Western Continuing Studies. Please give it up for the amazing Haley Hawkins.
Hopefully I nailed that smize there. I don't know if you noticed, but I would like to say congratulations to everyone here. Shout out to Madison for killing this, because I'm nervous, but she's doing a great job. Thank you to the judges. Thank you to my friends, my family, everyone who has got me here today, my teammates. It's a great recognition, and I'm really honored to receive it at such a young age. And yeah, I can't wait to what the future holds, so thank you.
Okay, our next winner has founded not one but 2 businesses. She's also a mother and a fierce advocate for inclusion, diversity, equal opportunity, empowerment, and health equity within our community. I first heard about this winner and her organization Type Diabetes during my time again as a media strategist with Postmedia, but I was immediately intrigued by their mission. Type Diabetes is a nonprofit organization focused on educating and supporting Canadians and Belizeans living with diabetes. They strive to ensure Black Canadians and other minority groups are not only given access to, but are also equipped with adequate resources to manage and prevent diabetes. Their goal is to alleviate the disparity of minority groups' experience living with diabetes and also to bridge the gap in service and funding for Belizeans affected with diabetes. Also a registered nurse, this winner's passion for helping others, specifically those living with diabetes, came when at 8 years old she was tasked with administering insulin to her grandmother while residing in a remote area of Belize, making it difficult to travel for treatments in hospital. Type Diabetes participates in several local partnerships and is responsible for facilitating a large number of programs, including London's annual 5K walk and run for diabetes, organized sports programs, nutrition education programs, and so much more. Most recently, this winner has also launched Granny Peas, named after her grandmother, a business focused on providing health and wellness products and resources specifically catering to and identifying with Black culture. In her interview for the feature, she stated that in 5 years, she will have established the first Black-owned health and wellness food store and diabetes health and wellness center in southwestern Ontario, which means that this is really just the beginning for her. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to attend tonight, so I do have a video for her. So while I get that set up, let's give it up for Mystery Furtado.
everyone, it's Mr. Furtado. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be amongst you wonderful and great people tonight, but I just want to say how extremely thankful I am to have been nominated, thankful for my community, and thankful to be a part of a movement and a team of young people that are like-minded, hardworking, and willing and wanting to change the community they live in. So thank you guys for making me be a part of this. Really wish I could be there, have fun in my name, and once again, thank you.
Mystery really went all out with the graphics. Okay, our next winner is a recent graduate of Brock University and is already well on her way towards innovating the construction industry. She co-founded dirtmarket.ca, enabling developers and construction teams to repurpose soil instead of throwing it in the trash, a revolutionary measure that can reduce a construction project's cost by up to 13%, and a practice that will be mandated by the provincial government by 2025. Through Dirt Market's database, members are able to locate nearby and cost-effective soil solutions and compare the costs. In 8 months, this winner has successfully grown the platform to over 800 members through her own marketing and networking efforts. In addition, both her and her partner and co-founder were recently named recipients in the remarkable student competition presented by Student Life Network. This winner is an expert pivoter, an adaptable spirit who sees each challenge thrown her way as an opportunity to learn and to grow. Not long ago, she was in Teachers College. Now she's found herself in construction, and ultimately, she plans to attend law school in hopes of one day working in environmental or corporate law. At only 22 years old, she is just getting started. Please welcome to the stage, Emma Kerwin.
Great, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here tonight. I want to thank the wait staff for serving us tonight, doing a great job, and Museum London for having us. And you're doing a really, really good job hosting. It's really hard to do that. So you're doing a great job. And I want to thank my co-founder who's made Dirt Market possible and all the people who are moving soil who make this business what it is. I also want to thank my mom who's here with me tonight. So thank you for letting me run a startup out of your basement and taking Zoom calls in your office and everything like that. I certainly wouldn't be here without you and all your support. So congratulations to my fellow colleagues tonight. It's a true honor, and I'm super excited to hear the rest of the intros and learn a little bit more. So thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Emma. Next, we have a winner who stepped into his role with the City of London in February 2020, so just before the entire world shut down. A complicated time to enter any new role, being a part of a team tasked with delivering important messaging to Londoners about the unfolding world health crisis was a particularly daunting task, but one that this winner has met head-on. As a communications specialist with the city, he has led several city campaigns related to internal and external communication strategies, digital engagement, and media relations. From helping to develop a new website with improved user experience in mind to creating dozens of detailed communications plans to keep Londoners informed as the COVID-19 situation evolves. He has shown that he is an adaptable communications professional with great drive and determination. His passion to lead community-oriented projects has only grown while working from his own bedroom, developing communications campaigns in conjunction with dedicated public servants who are devoted to strengthening our community. He led the 4th annual Neighborhood Decision-Making Communications Plan, spearheaded the communications plan to inform the public of an ammonia leak exercise at Labatt Brewery, supported communications initiatives related to revitalizing London's core area, and supporting community, diversity, and inclusion strategy working group with webinars and social media campaigns, to name only a few. Please give a big round of applause for Carmen Malia. Malia? Malia.
Thank you, Madison, and thanks everybody for coming out tonight. It's a pleasure to be honored with all of you here. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that I also want to get out of here and go to Mexico because I'm super nervous right now. But I just want to take some time to say the city's such a great place to work, and the opportunity to grow there has been amazing. I've learned so much. The communications team there is unreal, and everybody I work with at the city is so great. Even though I'm at home all the time, we have so much fun, and that's the whole point of things. So yeah, I want to thank everybody there. I want to thank my mom and my dad. I have 15 copies of the magazine that you can pass out to friends and family after, and I also want to thank my girlfriend Sam for always being there to support me.
If anyone else wants more copies of the magazine, like 15 copies, I have lots of extras, so please let me know, and I will give you some at the end of this show. Okay. The next winner's passion for her role within our community immediately became clear to me upon meeting her in person, as she handed me a brochure for her organization, the Mental Health Self-Care Association of London. She just couldn't wait for me to read about her organization, its mission, and goals. The association provides a variety of supportive programs that promote healthy well-being and prevent crisis. Their mission is to share the importance of self-care and maintaining a healthy psychological well-being, providing the community with resources, education, advocacy, and over 20 specialized essential prevention programs. As the director and founder of MHSCA, she's committed to ending the negative stigma towards mental health through educating, advocating, and treating all individuals with compassion, care, and respect. In the first 6 months of 2021, MHSCA served over 1,600 community members, a milestone that this winner is particularly proud of. A recent graduate from Fanshawe College's Child and Youth Practitioner Advanced Diploma Program, she's already done so much to make a positive impact on some of the most vulnerable people in our community. Way to go, Deanna Hildreth.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I just want to say thank you to everyone that supported the Mental Health Self-Care Association and our journey this far. We look really forward to continuing our work around activism and mental health work in the community. So, thank you.
Okay. Since the beginning of the pandemic, this next winner has seamlessly shifted his role from a completely face-to-face approach to an online process, remaining accessible to families in search of help and guidance concerning their financial well-being. With the uncertainty that COVID-19 brought upon many Canadians, particularly in the Department of Finances, this winner has been there to support them through this difficult period and works with them to improve their individual financial situations. An insurance broker and financial professional with the Merit Group Insurance Brokers. In the early stages of the pandemic, he was able to provide his services at no charge to struggling families to ensure that the family's main focus was securing a better plan for their financial future. He is also a family man himself, taking on the role of dad earlier this year, and he credits his own family as a motivating force behind helping other families find a path to financial security through his professional role. His proudest moments are when he feels he's made a drastic difference in someone's life, either by saving them some sum of money or by helping to create a strategy for life's big milestones like purchasing their first home. Please give it up for Dylan Sherville.
First off, thank you everyone for being here tonight and making an impact in the community, right? The City of London wouldn't be where it is today without, all the young folks' contributions and, pushing the envelope, trying to do something that hasn't been done before, trying to help people that otherwise would have been underserviced. And that alone, to me, is amazing. You're creating a lasting impact. You're doing something that's super important to so many people. Don't let someone tell you no. Keep pushing the envelope. Keep moving forward. Congratulations, everybody.
This next winner is someone who has had their eyes on the prize since the young age of 10. When asked what she wanted to be when she grew up, without hesitation, she said, "I want to be a lawyer and I want to help people." And with that laser focus as a guide, she's been building the necessary skills ever since. Receiving her Juris Doctor from Western Law earlier this year, she was awarded the Dean of Law Scholarship upon entering the program, and she is now an articling student with DeMello Law. Throughout her journey, this winner has volunteered at the John Howard Society, a not-for-profit organization dedicated to effective, just, and humane responses to crime and its causes. While at Western, she worked at Community Legal Services as both a caseworker and a team leader. involved in several pro bono projects. She has been involved in incredibly timely research on contemporary state responses to unaccompanied minor migrants, research for which she has been asked to speak at several conferences on, including at You Will Discover Undergraduate Research Conference, as well as the London Rotary Club. Her passion also led her to involvement in the charter of the Rotary Satellite Club of London, an initiative created with a group of like-minded young people in the community. The Satellite Club has been hard at work in our community, participating in London Lawyers Feed the Hungry, organizing outings to clean up local parts, and putting together care packages for new Canadians. This winner never wavered from her passion and commitment to become a lawyer or to help people who need the help. Please give it up for Juliana Schiller.
Thanks so much to everybody for organizing tonight. It's obviously such an honor to be amongst such an incredible group of people. Thanks to my parents, of course, for always supporting me. And I really look forward to hopefully continuing to cross paths with everybody here over the coming years. So thank you so much.
The next winner is an enthusiastic individual who, from my first impressions, really seems to bring his positive energy with him wherever he goes. He's the CEO and founder of Tonomics, a company that develops novel technologies that target inefficiencies in the pathology workflow. This enables clinicians to make better informed treatment decisions and provide the highest standard of patient care while reducing overall costs for healthcare systems. Tonomics has a dedicated team of engineers, medical doctors, and clinical scientists that are currently working on a flagship device which autonomously searches for lymph nodes in resected cancer tissues and marks their location for efficient extraction. This device replaces the existing tedious and unreliable manual lymph node finding process and greatly improves the speed and reliability of the cancer staging process. That's a mouthful. After losing his own aunt to colon cancer due to improper diagnosis, this winner was inspired to pursue a PhD in pathology and founded Tonomics, formerly Pathologics, to help patients fight colon cancer. He holds a PhD from the Department of Pathology and Laboratory Medicine at Western University and is also a former Western Medical Innovation Fellow, where he worked with an interdisciplinary team to develop innovative medical technologies for unique healthcare problems. Earlier this year, he was the recipient of the Tech Alliance Limitless Forthcomer Award, which recognizes a trailblazing young professional, 29 years of age or under, with an innovative solution or business. He's a driven entrepreneur and a highly innovative scientist that is passionate about translational research. Already boasting 14 publications, 25 honors and awards, and 2 US patents, there's no doubt that this winner will continue to inspire future medtech entrepreneurs and researchers in London and abroad. Welcome to the stage, the incredible Shomik Biswas.
I have to say, I've been in school for more than 6 years, and Madison just killed that explanation of our device. So can we just give a round of applause for Madison for... Honestly, thank you guys so much for having me. It's an absolute honor to be amongst some great individuals in London. I have to say, this journey that I've been in, there's been lots of ups and some downs, which don't get advertised as much. Failure, Madison, you were mentioning, that's sort of my middle name. Because if you do your PhD and if you've done wet lab research in the past, every experiment that you do fails every single time. So I think I've developed a comfort with ambiguity. I guess that pronounced that correctly. But yeah, it's just being able to work with like-minded individuals, having a great team, mentors, and just having a support network in London really goes a long way. And we're trying our best to really develop the medtech ecosystem here in London, and we hope we can network with you guys at some point, connect with you guys, and build this ecosystem that we have here. Because as you can see in this room right now, there's individuals here who have literally every single ingredient to develop a successful entrepreneurial path here. So thank you very much, guys.
I practice that a lot. Don't let it fool you. Since its graduation from Western University's kinesiology program in 2016, this next winner has been an exemplary member of London's health community. Identifying a gap in using exercise as medicine in London, he worked collaboratively with Advanced Medical Group to bridge the gap and provide a service to which local doctors could refer their patients for exercise programming. He is currently the program lead for this one-of-a-kind medical exercise program that helps individuals with chronic health conditions create healthy lifestyle changes under the guidance of a regulated healthcare professional. Not only does he oversee the day-to-day operations of the program and its associated medical exercise center, he also leads the marketing and sales strategies, recruitment and hiring, and the clinical program development. Late last year, he was awarded the inaugural Kinesiologist of the Year award by the Canadian Kinesiology Alliance and was honored by his peers virtually at the 2020 Kinesiology National Conference for setting a standard for kinesiology in Canada. In addition, he works closely with Western University, where he gives back and mentors Western clinical kinesiology students on best clinical and business practices. With education in mind, he also founded Kinformation, an online exam preparation platform for kinesiology students looking to write the provincial kinesiology exam. He also regularly does talks and lectures to kinesiology students at Ontario universities and even has his own podcast, which I love the name of, Making Connections, in which he interviews other change makers in the kinesiology space and shares their stories and insights regarding the profession. In August, he began his Master's of Business Administration through the University of Washington and its Quantic School of Business, and he hopes to use this knowledge to further scale the division he leads within Advanced Medical Group to multiple locations. As he continues to progress in his career, giving back to the community and mentorship opportunities are always top of mind for this winner. Please give a huge round of applause for Spencer Raposo.
Firstly, everyone, I just wanted to say thanks to Madison and the group all at Business London for putting this event together. I know with COVID, a lot of uncertainty, but it's nice to finally be in person and not over a Zoom call, so I'm really appreciative of that. But I just want to say how grateful I am to be part of this select group of individuals, all in their 20s, really making change in London in different bold and creative ways. And lastly, I just want to say congrats to you all as well, and good luck in your careers. Thank you.
Our next winner is not only an exceptional leader and community builder, she's also pretty hilarious. In some of my email exchanges with her throughout this process, she had me in stitches staring at my computer screen. At the beginning of the pandemic, this winner co-founded Stay Safe, Be Kind, a community initiative created to thank frontline workers while donating over $15,000 to the London Food Bank and the Thames Valley Caring Fund. Despite the hardship of losing her job not long after this fundraiser ended, she saw this as an opportunity to start a small plant business, Growing Local. Growing Local is a business that prides itself on being both inclusive and accessible, and this winner goes above and beyond for her customers, providing plant delivery and care for those who might not otherwise have access to plants. Her products are non-gender specific, and she also takes great care to openly discuss her own mental health struggles and the comfort she finds in caring for plants. This winner has been described as a pillar in the local shopping community, sourcing as much of Growing Local's products from local vendors as possible. You will always find her wearing local apparel and browsing at local shops and markets. With the holiday season fast approaching, this self-proclaimed baller is transforming her garage into a Christmas store for 6 weeks, partnering with local vendors and creating a one-stop shop for local holiday shopping. Her dedication to supporting other local business owners is unmatched, and I, for one, cannot wait to drag my boyfriend to the Christmas market in a couple weekends. Give it up for Emily Jackson.
So when I was 21, I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. When I was 24, my best friend and I got really sick, her with cancer and me with liver failure. When I was 26, I ended up in the hospital with a heart problem, and on Sunday, I was able to celebrate my 29th birthday. So being here, thank you. So being here today is a huge honor because I didn't think I would going to make it this far in life. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Emily, and happy belated birthday. Okay, this next winner is a real powerhouse in both his volunteer work and his professional life. I'm gonna be honest, this nominee's nomination was definitely the longest, with his many contributions to the community running down the page in bullet points. So putting together a concise summary of all of these accomplishments is a little tricky, but I'm gonna try and do it. This winner has served as part of the WIL Employment Connections Board of Directors for the past 4+ years, and he is currently the president of the board. WIL is a registered charity that has been providing employment support services to the London community for over 35 years. Employ, a division of WIL, connects London business owners and employers with immigrant talent to address their professional needs. Over the past several years, this winner has worked closely with the executive director of WIL to implement a number of strategic changes to improve internal processes and procedures, including spearheading a 2-year venture philanthropy project with organization-changing results. He currently presides as the chair of the executive committee, is a member of the finance committee, and is the former chair of the nominations committee. He has also served on various ad hoc committees to address short and medium-term priorities for the WIL's board of directors. Professionally, he works as the business valuation and litigation manager for Davis Martindale and recently celebrated his 5-year service award with the organization. Following his completion of his own CPA designation, this winner formed and facilitated a CPA study group for Davis Martindale's staff to assist them in preparing for the common final exam. Upon introducing this program, pass rates among Davis Martindale candidates improved by almost 30%. A clear thought leader in his field, he has co-authored numerous articles in the monthly newsletter Money and Family Law, and has also co-authored a paper in the Journal of Business Valuations that discusses COVID-19's impact on the business valuation and family law professions. This winner's commitment to his profession of choice, as well as his tireless effort in his volunteer endeavors, showcases leadership and dedication towards the betterment of London. Give it up for Tyler Kelly.
Well, hopefully my speech won't be as long as that one. It's very humbling to be recognized for this award with so many community leaders. Of course, I have so many people to thank, Ron Martindale and Louise Poole, who have served as excellent leaders and mentors for me at Davis Martindale. I have a lot of debt and gratitude I owe to them, as well as Jennifer Hollis, who's the executive director at WIL, who has been just an absolute excellent person to work with. And last but not least, my better half, Christine, who couldn't make it tonight, for kind of keeping me in line and not putting up with any of my shit. So thanks, everybody.
Okay, our next winner is a creative talent, a noteworthy designer and communicator who has a unique skill for creating award-winning marketing campaigns that help connect content with their intended audiences. In her short time as design and marketing guru at Hemans, she has proven herself an incredible asset, working on further developing and creating compelling content and helping people connect with the popular farm, greenhouse, and cidery. Before joining Hemans this summer, she had worked as a graphic designer and communications coordinator for United Way Elgin and Middlesex since 2016, working on award-winning campaigns that we all know and love, including the 3M Harvest Lunch, winning a Virtuoso Award of Merit in 2018 and an Award of Excellence in 2021 from IABC London. I'm jealous, I wanted one of those. In April of this year, she was also hired as a professional instructor at Western Continuing Studies in the Design for Public Relations program. She's used this exciting opportunity not only to teach her students the fundamentals of design, but also to challenge them on a deeper level to think creatively. She also worked with a number of community groups, including IABC London and with I Am London, and has also helped build brands for numerous freelance clients through her own business, Sarah Walker Designs. Please give a big round of applause for Sarah Walker.
I
I can relate. I'm not a words person by any means. I'm definitely more of a pictures person. As you guys can tell, I'm a designer. Yeah, like with the people that I want to thank, obviously I'd love to thank my boss, Will Heeman, for nominating me and for taking a chance on me and giving me such an amazing opportunity to work with some really amazing people. I'd also like to thank my very supportive family. My fiance, Chris, is here. It wouldn't be for the meals that you make me and, keeping me more calm than I am right now. And I would also like to thank Business London, and I'm so incredibly honored to be recognized with every one of you, so thank you.
Our next winner is described as someone who has always been invested in helping others. Beginning his career as a professional makeup artist, he took a great deal of pride in helping others feel more confident in their own skin. He went on to run free makeup seminars within the community and donated his time for fundraising events, including Bras for the Cause and ARF. Driven by his passion for helping local businesses succeed, he made the bold career change into digital marketing. Since then, this winner has become a digital marketing manager, leading the digital marketing team at Ontario SEO. Throughout the pandemic, he has helped many local businesses create and implement innovative digital strategies, driving revenue and also helping clients navigate an ever-shifting digital landscape. He also ran a local SEO initiative in which he provided local businesses struggling to adapt digitally during the pandemic free tactics and strategies to maintain and grow their visibility online, something he's particularly proud of. From running training sessions for Fanshawe students and people who are just starting their careers in digital marketing, to conducting seminars for local businesses through Tech Alliance and professional organizers in Canada, he is always ready to lend a helping hand and is quickly becoming a thought leader in London's digital marketing space. He is said to be a heart-centered leader who leads by example, a mentor who is always available to provide guidance and to answer questions. Please welcome to the stage, Joshua Waller.
Wow. I just want to say huge congratulations to everyone here. It's an absolute honor to be nominated and to stand amongst such brilliant minds. It's really refreshing to see, and I love it. As you know, the digital industry is forever changing, and it's not an easy one. And I definitely couldn't have been here today without mentorship from Michael Ramsey, without my partner Cody, who has been there every step of the way with me. Of course, my parents, who always inspire me to achieve greatness. And lastly, I need to thank my family and team at Ontario SEO, specifically Kim and Wayne Atkinson. I couldn't be here without them today, so thank you and congrats, everyone.
Okay. After moving from her hometown in the Manitoba Prairies to London to pursue her Juris Doctor at Western University, this winner quickly became immersed in our community, both personally and professionally. Despite such a big move, this winner's adaptable nature and drive to succeed in such a highly competitive field has paved the way for her to become an incredibly valuable member of London's community. She's currently working as a personal injury lawyer at Siskins, where she's described as incredibly dedicated to her clients and their cases. She takes great pride in providing her clients with access to justice and to therapeutic supports to help them through difficult seasons of life. In her personal time, this winner has become involved in local initiatives such as the Alzheimer's Foundation of London and Middlesex and the Red Shoe Society. A rising star in personal injury litigation, she was included in the 2022 edition of The Best Lawyers, Ones to Watch in Canada. It seems this winner's rise to the top is only just beginning. Please welcome to the stage, Lauren Cullen.
I will keep this very brief, but I do want to thank London Business Magazine because I too almost didn't qualify for this list, and I wish it was like Ethan here to say that I was too young, but unfortunately it is not. And I'm in awe of all of you because a lot can change between 20 and 29. I just disclosed my age when I probably shouldn't have. But my list of accomplishments is one of the shortest on this list, and I'm in awe of all of you. So I want to say congratulations to you all, and I really do hope our paths continue to cross throughout all of your I'm assuming they're going to be very successful careers. So congratulations to you all. And Madison, frankly, you've done an amazing job tonight, so thank you for not fleeing to Mexico. We can all do that together after tonight, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren, and I'll just say I'm right at that cusp too, so I'm with you, girl. Okay, we're getting down to the wire here. Our next winner is a health entrepreneur and a registered dietitian who cares deeply about the people she helps. Following her graduation from Brescia College's Master of Science in Food and Nutrition program, she created NutriVice to better the health and lives of athletes in our community. NutriVice was created with the purpose of raising awareness around eating disorders in sport. Through NutriVice, this winner supports local athletes with personalized, evidence-based guidance and nutrition coaching to help her clients reach their full athletic potential. A former varsity cross-country and track athlete for the Western Mustangs, she understands the complexities of finding the right foods to fuel an athlete's routine and seeks to create a safe space where athletes feel supported and heard. Through NutriVice, she also facilitates online courses for coaches and parents of athletes looking for guidance around disordered eating in sport and provides presentations on nutrition to sports teams and to physical education classes within our local school boards. She's a difference maker, a bright and innovative specialist in her field, and above all, a caring and kind member of our community. Please give a round of applause for Jessica White.
Well, I just wanted to thank Madison and everyone else who's put on tonight. It's a privilege and honor to be here. I really just want to thank all my friends and family and all the mentors that I've had along the way who've supported me. So I want to thank my future husband, Ryan, who's here with me, and my sister and fellow nominee, Jacqueline. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I just wanted to extend a huge congrats to everyone that's here. It's an honor, and thank you.
The next winner is described by peers as someone who never settles for less and always accepts new challenges and their risks. An up-and-comer in the tech industry, he's currently a small medium business team lead in account management for 1Password, a St. Thomas-based company that affords internet users the ability to log on to sites only once using 1Password software for easy login access on subsequent visits and to generate more secure passwords. He has been recognized for his exceptional work at 1Password and has also volunteered for a number of London's nonprofit organizations, bringing new ideas and an innovative approach to his various teams. He credits his older sisters for teaching him about the meaning of hard work and integrity, and to always being kind to others. His parents have also been encouraging mentors throughout his early career, pushing him to never give up and stay true to himself and his vision. His dad's favorite quote, which is also this winner's personal motto, "If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it," hangs above his desk for daily inspiration in all of his work and volunteer endeavors, which I think is so sweet. Unfortunately, he was not able to attend tonight's event, and he has not provided a video, but we're going to give him a big round of applause anyway. Give it up for Alexander, also known as AJ Pete. Our next winner started his business, Wonder Kitchen and Bath, as a retail cabinet and countertop shop back in 2018. In the years since, the business has grown with retail locations in both London and Kitchener, and they have launched a new business division, Icon Kitchen Design Warehouse, for townhomes and apartment tower projects in London. The business employs more than 30 tradespeople and is working as a primary supplier for some of the city's largest residential projects. You can see their kitchens in most new subdivision developments throughout London. During the pandemic, as the founder and general manager of Wonder, this winner has led the pivot, setting up new systems with customer, employee, and partner safety in mind. After seeing his sales triple in the past year, he's looking forward to expanding in the year ahead, tripling the company's warehouse space and opening a third retail location. With the lofty goal of being one of the largest kitchen and bath suppliers in southwestern Ontario, it sounds like this winner is already well on his way. Please give it up for Jason Jianchang Zhang.
Hi guys, I'm very honored and excited to be here tonight with all you guys. And thank you, Matthew, and thank you, Business London. Also, I would like to thank to some people with me all the times. Thank you to my business partners, team members, and all the mentors. Thank you, Amanda, for spending so many years to be with me. And then she's here tonight with me as well. And also, I would like to thank to my parents, families, and all the friends always stand behind me. And then let's continue to do good work for our society. And then cheers, guys. Thank you tonight.
Okay. Last but certainly not least. This winner is a local creator and the founder of Jack Studio, where she specializes in styling, videography, and photography. She is known for her exceptional vision, her artistry, and her innate ability to connect interpersonally with her clients. Motivated by her love for the arts, she has worked hard to improve her knowledge and diversify her skill set in graphic design, photography, videography, fine art, and styling. She has used these skills to become involved in community events, including Relay for Life and the Boxcar Mural Competition in St. Thomas. She is proudest when helping clients succeed, creating inspiring designs and uniquely branded images for startups and small businesses alike. This winner is an innovative, adaptable artist who is bringing the community together through art and creation. Please welcome our last winner to the stage, Jacqueline White.
Wow, thank you so much. It's a real privilege to be here, hearing what everyone's doing. I'm just sitting there like, oh my goodness, you guys are exceptional. I was inspired when I read your blurbs in the magazine, and I'm even more inspired tonight to see you talk about it in person. Madison, thank you so much. You've been so kind and awesome to deal with, or to work with throughout all of this, as is with Business London. Thank you to this guy right here. It's one thing to be a creative, but it's also one thing to have a successful business, which means you need to know how to deal with numbers, which I don't always. You have helped me with balancing my spreadsheets, which I know were a mess when we first met, but they're good now, guys. And I too, man, I have my Nana and my mom, we've got selection if anyone needs more magazines. Funny story, my dad had one of his buddies go around to a bunch of businesses in London and pick up the magazine, so our coffee tables are stacked. So anyone needs another one, I got them. Thanks, guys. You guys are all great.
Okay. So to end our program, I do have a little bit of a list of thank yous to get through, so please bear with me before you go. So first and foremost, I want to extend a giant thank you to our incredibly generous title sponsor, Austin & Taylor Home Furnishings. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this program, it was really looking kind of dicey there for a little bit, and we were so lucky to have Austin & Taylor step up to help us throw this event for you guys tonight. Austin & Taylor, if you're not aware, has been providing London with an unbeatable selection of quality furniture for over a decade, and they pride themselves on providing their customers with a superior customer service experience at their showroom on Hyde Park Road. At their showroom, they have implemented several health measures to keep their customers and employees safe from COVID-19, so if you're in the market for some new furniture, I highly recommend you go check them out. And joining us tonight from Austin & Taylor are Bridget McCrimmon, Shelby Helm, and Maddie Owen, all of whom are also 20-somethings themselves, which I think is really, really cool. It's been really amazing to have them here with us tonight. So please give it up for Austin & Taylor for making this event possible. I also need to thank Nuthers Award Store, who provided all of the plaques tonight. And while I'm on the subject of plaques, all of you winners, we do have boxes with like bubble wrap and stuff. So if you want to come up and grab that before you leave with your award, just to make sure there are no accidents out in the parking lot, please come see me and we'll give you a box. I'd also like to thank, obviously, Museum London and its entire team for helping to put on this event and for giving us this beautiful space. I know that a lot of you winners are currently engaged and are planning weddings, and I planned this in a month, and I commend you all because the amount of things that changed in that month, was kind of crazy. But Lisa McDougall and her team were so helpful, and so I'm just very appreciative to them for all of their hard work making tonight happen. Thanks also to Chuck, who's working AV tonight. I'm bad at math, I don't like public speaking, and I'm also horrible with technology, so shout out to you, Chuck. Thank you for making this seamless. Thanks also to Tammy and Still Grill Catering, who provided all of the delicious food tonight. Of course, I need to thank all of Business London's regular contributors for their amazing work on October's issue and beyond. Whitney South, who's our event photographer here tonight, and she also is Business London writer of Office Space, among many other cover stories she's written for us. Todd Devlin, who writes our And You Are column and also took on compiling the interviews from this year's 20, which is a huge task, and I kind of thought, oh, I'll do it. But I don't know why I thought that was possible, and Todd quickly told me that it wasn't. It was my first time facilitating the awards this year, so it was nice to have that little reality check. But so he was super helpful, very invaluable in his advice throughout this whole process. He unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, but I just can't thank him enough. Thank you also to Rachel Sheldrake, who is Business London's designer and really who doesn't get enough credit. She works really hard to make each issue that we release beautiful, and October was no exception. I think she did an amazing job on the spread. Big thanks also to Michelle Elliott of Me Photography, who very enthusiastically signed on to take headshots and group photos for our 20 winners over a 3-day period. It's really not surprising that she was so enthusiastic to sign on because she meets everything that I throw at her with such enthusiasm. Michelle's a very talented branding photographer, and you can see her work in Business London's scene page. Or I also encourage you to check out her Instagram page. She's constantly pumping the tires of other local businesses. She's even already interacted with some of the winners here tonight before she was even tasked with the assignment. Thank you also, Michelle, on a personal level, just for keeping me calm throughout this whole process, specifically when my car was stolen on the first of 3 days of shooting for this spread. As an aside, I have received a few very sweet emails from some of the winners who wanted to know the status of my car. I have got a new vehicle, but then this weekend with my new vehicle, I drove over a screw in the Walmart parking lot and had to have the tire replaced. So I'm thinking that maybe I just shouldn't drive anymore. But I appreciate all the emails that I got about my car. Lastly, on the Business London front, I need to thank Anna Merchant, the magazine's advertising manager, and Lisa Catania, the magazine's publisher, both of whom are some of my dearest friends. They are incredible sounding boards, they're unconditionally supportive of my work with the magazine, and they really are key to ensuring that the magazine's a go every month. So I can't thank them enough. Thanks also to my boyfriend, who has put up with me stressing about this event for like a month and a half. And for being a great sounding board. And then last, but definitely not least, I need to thank the late and great Sarah Jones, who is the previous editor of Business London. Whose encouraging voice in the back of my head always helps cure my self-doubt, and whose love and passion for this publication and our business community is what guides me every day in this role. So, with that concludes our awards presentation. Thank you again for all of the winners for being so enthusiastic and engaged throughout this whole process. I loved receiving your emails that were so humble, and some of you were so surprised to be receiving this honor, which just really was touching. You made putting this feature together very rewarding and fun, and I hope that you will keep in touch with me and with Business London, and that you'll let us know how your work progresses over the years. I really hope that I can be a resource for you in any way, and we're honored, everyone at Business London is honored to have even played just a small role in your journeys. Looking forward to next year, I hope that you continue to share this amazing accomplishment with the others in the community, and that if you know any local 20-somethings who you believe deserve to be up on this stage, I hope that you talk to them about this event, and I hope that you encourage them to self-nominate or that you nominate them. I know a lot of the winners here tonight were nominated because of a previous winner, so that's really kind of how we elevate this event to the next level. Also, lastly, please stay tuned for some exciting things to come from Business London in 2022, including some new columns, some new writers, and even a new e-newsletter, which will allow us to share even more content related to our local business community. Thank you everyone for your time and attention during this program. I hope I did okay. Drive safe and do what you can to stay healthy this holiday season. Best wishes from me and the entire team at Business London as we move into the new year.